Welcome to this big preview of the Carabao Cup semi-final between Man City and Man United. A game so big, we've actually beamed this broadcast onto the face of Pluto. With me, as ever, is former professional footballer turned current pundit Ian Five Ankles.
Ian Five Ankles.
Ian, this is a unique derby historically because neither team is allowed to be good at the same time. It's not like Barca versus Real Madrid where they're both challenging for the title, or the North London derby where they're both mediocre.
It's like one of these teams has to go into it as a massive underdog. It's become like a physical law.
Man United have the double disadvantage, being 3-1 down and also not as good at football. That seems awfully unfair.
Yes, but you don't go to Old Trafford and get a result unless you're one of 150 teams. Man City bucked that trend and managed to take a result back to the Etihad.
What's United's approach for this one?
It's simple, Anthony. A picture of the team clapping the away fans with a message along the lines of, we tried our hardest, it wasn't to be, credit to the fans, let's look to securing 3 points in the league.
And with that saved in their drafts, that could be the quickest "we're sorry we were rubbish" tweet in modern history. But the semi-final is not over yet. Man United could do the unthinkable. Here are the key ways Man United could reach the Carabao Cup final.
The key ways with Ian Five Ankles.
All right, it's Anthony Richardson as well. I'm the one who does your tie-up in the morning.
The key ways with Ian Five Ankles and Anthony Richardson.
Number one, listen to the manager. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is great at regaling his squad with tales of winning the title and the Champions League. I mean, it's difficult to imagine now, but you've got to have a dream, don't you, Ian?
One thing Ole doesn't mention nearly enough is 1999. I think the players should get to hear that story. They certainly enjoy his playlists, which he plays in the dressing room all the time, and it includes Britney Spears, Ricky Martin, Enrique Iglesias, Venga Boys.
How about saying remember 2019? After all, they did beat Man City last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's that good an idea for United to remember 2019.
How about saying then remember the future when I'm not managing?
That would work.
Prey on City's weak spots. Man City have got an incredible attack and midfield, but their defence is a bit fragile. Could Man United link John Stones with Arsenal again? That does terrible things to his confidence. Nobody wants to be linked with Arsenal.
Yes, that puts his morale through the floor. They could push it lower still if they announce pre-game that they've got a loan deal for Port Vale striker Tom Pope. I mean, he's already inside John Stones' head. He lives there rent-free. He said he reckons he could get 50 goals a season against him. Let's see if it's true.
We all know the position Ben Mendy is best at, social media. He has a phenomenal talent and shows incredible versatility across your Snapchats, your Instagrams, your Facebooks of this world.
Yeah.
Could Man United invent a new social media and maybe distract him with it just before the game?
They could. It is a risk. If Jesse Lingard gets wind of it, then both teams will be down to 10 men.
Managers' mind games are key. How do you get inside Pep Guardiola's head?
That's simple. Just tell him it's a Champions League semi-final. The game's as good as one.
Next, expose Kevin De Bruyne to direct sunlight. He's a phenomenal player, but he does have the complexion of a vampire, Ian.
Yes, it's true. It's no coincidence that he plays particularly well in the winter months or during night games. So maybe Man United could nullify City's threat there by rearranging the game. Have it played in Doha at midday or somewhere in the middle of the Sahara Desert.
And knowing the Carabao Cup, that could actually become a thing. We know that the executives next year are trying to introduce the Joker card, whereby you change the stadium at a moment's notice or play it underwater.
Yeah, I would love to see an underwater game.
Next, commercial sponsors. Man City are bossing United on the field, but Man United are winning the battle where it really counts, and that's breathable mattress partnerships.
Yes, I think fans look forward to new commercial deals more than actual trophies these days. Imagine if United were to get a new deal over the line whilst at Man City's ground. What would that do to the City players?
That would be unprecedented.
Imagine them turning up, feeling like they're the bee's knees, they're the absolute business, and then who do they see in their own centre circle? Scott McTominay, Victor Lindelof announcing the launch of Manchester United's new wellness and nutrition app sponsored by Meadow Fresh Water.
With a full away end chanting, "Meadow Fresh Water, you'll never drink that."
Yeah, I think in an instant City would start to doubt their own corporate tie-in deals, the wristwatch, the smartwatch. It would all start to collapse.
And finally, the most simple way. Play the United way. That's how you beat Man City. Go back to playing the United way. It's etched in their DNA.
It's etched in their DNA. It's part of the club's DNA. And if you play for Man United, it's part of your DNA.
All the players need to do, maybe they've forgotten about that DNA.
Possibly.
Maybe they just need to take a sample from their blood, isolate that sample, send it off to a lab, match that sample with a sample of United DNA from a few years ago when they were successful. Just make sure the DNA hasn't mutated, because it did under David Moyes.
Yeah.
And then send it back, wait 6 to 8 weeks, and then hey presto, you're back with the United DNA.
Simple. It's as simple as that. Why don't they do that?
It's just a mouth swab.
Yeah. What is it, the Man United way? I can't remember.
Is it the West Ham way? Is it like the West?
I think it's different to the West Ham way. Could it just be get Ferguson back? in the DNA anyway.